So Jim, you've been a technology leader at multiple enterprise organizations of different industries, scale, size, and you've had a variety of roles in those spaces. I mean, kind of generally always orbiting around chief technology officer, but you've been a chief data officer, chief cloud architect. You've had these executive roles, and I would imagine there's a lot of amazing things and challenge in those roles that are probably fairly uniform. Can you talk about what makes those roles really hard, I guess, at an enterprise?
They're great rules. They're fun, they're challenging, but I find there's always this kind of this duality. And sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it gets old.
Yeah.
And I'm sure lots of people can relate, where you are all at once, you're supposed to have this amazing command of technology, how it works, what it can do for the business, what your strengths and weaknesses are, how it compares in the industry. You be on that cutting edge of all the things, and I really need to make sure that my email works.
Yeah.
Right. So there's constantly this push and pull. And I think at the end of the day, generally how it nets out, how I think about it is, I always feel like you're trying to push yourself forward as a business person, because that's who you are. That is what you're there to do. As a business person, leveraging resources and capabilities around technology, like move the business forward. But too often I find that you get stuck in this space of having like the email conversation or whatever that nets out to me.
Yeah. My phone isn't working, or
Video conferencing.
I don't have good Wi-Fi in the building or at home. Yeah. Which is challenging, frustrating. And I would imagine with, a lot more product development and software development, that it puts technical leaders in an even more awkward place, because you can't build software to solve business problems without being the business leader yourself.
Yeah. It makes it hard.
Yeah.
And you're trying to find your seat at the table.
Mm-hmm.
And what I found kind of consistently is a good way to help combat that is finding partners you can work with to help you get there faster. Because you're not going to get cut any slack, right? Like you're at the same time, you're going to need to be driving the business forward and providing all the value, and or running a multi-100 person development organization and making sure that email is still working. It is important.
Yeah. Security and the list is huge. And one of the things that I've seen is that in addition, technologies, the budgets are bigger, right? The engineers, oftentimes their salaries are bigger. Like there's a target on your back from the rest of the organization as well. It's not like you're just everybody's hero there to save the day.
Yeah. Everybody's excited to see you, right? Because you have more budget than most of the other organizations. It is challenging. And in that space, you're trying to prove value. What is the tangible value you're providing? How do you describe it? What is the word and language? How does it translate in your business? Mm-hmm. Are you an operationally centric organization? That can be really challenging. When the organization in general tends to value whatever that is, the operational center of their universe is really what they focus on. Many times those organizations have some of the largest opportunities to benefit from technology coming in and helping make more efficient, more capable, open potentially new lines of revenue, if you can get over that hump.
Yeah. If you're not just a cost center, right? It's still part of the challenge in that whole thing. Another question too is, as a technology leader, especially I think with so much change in tech, I mean, right? Like we're seeing cutting edge technology every day coming into the market in tangible ways, not just somewhere on the hype cycle, right? What do you do about all that legacy technology? I mean, because the blend of like, I've got a mainframe system and I'm also trying to do computer vision. Like, how do you mesh those worlds and think about that?
It's hard.
Yeah, understand it. Yeah.
And it's hard for a number of reasons, not the least of which is those legacy applications, technologies, they have their own mass. That's what we talked about, and it tends to be costing people. It's hard. You've got to figure out the way to maintain what you have and carve out some space to move some of those emerging technology capabilities forward. But it's not easy. Works best when you can find a business partner, somebody that's outside of the technology organization that you can connect to, that's more at the heart of whatever that business's kind of natural space is. But it's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause you can't just lift and shift, right?
You can, lift and shift things. If you take the same people, process, and technology and pick them up and maybe put in a slightly different technology, change the process.
New platform.
You're generally going to get the same results.
Right. Which should be bad.
Generally.
In most cases, if you're in the middle of a transformation, right?
Yeah.
Which is, you're trying to change those very things. And I love that idea of, you can't just pick these things up and put them into a new platform and expect a transformational result.
You can expect it.
Yeah.
And just going to be kind of disappointed.
Yeah. You've got to work back downstream and make sure that and I guess that's your point around having a business partner, make sure that the processes are changing and that the people are changing too, that the values, the mission, culture, those things are tied back to the technology itself.
It's all got to line up because we're not just here to fix the, we're business people and we want to have a change too.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's a powerful opportunity. It's a transformative role that requires partnership and a lot of foresight in what the future is going to provide so that you can make critical transformational decisions in real time.